Joseph was the 11th son of Jacob. Out of all his children, Jacob loved Joseph more than anyone else. To show that love, he gave Joseph a beautiful robe made of many colors. It wasn't just clothing. It became a symbol of favor. But that favor created jealousy. Joseph's brothers watched their father treat him differently, and bitterness began growing inside their hearts. Then God gave Joseph two extraordinary dreams. In the first dream, bundles of wheat bowed down before Joseph's bundle. In the second dream, the sun, the moon, and 11 stars bowed before him. Joseph didn't fully understand what those dreams meant, but they were a glimpse into God's future plan. Instead of celebrating, his brothers hated him even more. One day, Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers while they were tending the flocks. As soon as they saw him in the distance, their anger exploded. There comes the dreamer. At first, they planned to kill him. Instead, they stripped away his beautiful robe and threw him into an empty pit. Joseph cried for mercy, but no one listened. Soon a caravan of traders passed by. His brothers sold Joseph for 20 pieces of silver. Just like that, Joseph lost his family, his home, his freedom. The brothers dipped his robe in goat's blood and brought it back to Jacob. Believing his son had been killed, Jacob mourned deeply. But Joseph was still alive, and God was still with him. Joseph was taken to Egypt and sold to Potiphar, one of Pharaoh's officials. Even though Joseph was now a slave, he refused to become bitter. He worked faithfully, he honored God, and everything he did began to prosper. Potiphar noticed that God was with Joseph and placed him in charge of his entire household. It looked like life was finally getting better, but another trial was waiting. Potiphar's wife tried to tempt Joseph every day. Joseph refused because he wanted to remain faithful to both God and his master. One day she grabbed his cloak. Joseph ran away. Humiliated, she lied and accused him of attacking her. No one believed Joseph. Without a trial, without evidence, he was thrown into prison. Doing the right thing seemed to make his life even worse. But God had not abandoned him. Even inside prison, Joseph remained faithful. Soon the prison keeper trusted him with great responsibility. While there, Joseph interpreted the dreams of Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker. Everything happened exactly as Joseph had said. Before the cupbearer left prison, Joseph asked him for one favor. "Please remember me." But he didn't. Joseph was forgotten. Not for days, not for weeks, for 2 long years. Sometimes God's silence feels painful, but his timing is always perfect. Then one night, Pharaoh had 2 disturbing dreams. None of Egypt's wise men could explain them. Finally, the cupbearer remembered Joseph. Joseph was brought from prison to stand before Pharaoh. He explained that 7 years of great harvest would be followed by 7 years of terrible famine. Then Joseph advised Pharaoh to prepare during the years of abundance. Pharaoh immediately recognized God's wisdom. He said, "Can we find anyone like this man, one in whom is the Spirit of God?" In one single day, Joseph's life changed forever. Pharaoh placed his own ring on Joseph's hand. He dressed him in royal robes. He gave him authority over all Egypt. Only Pharaoh himself held greater power. The slave became a ruler. The prisoner became a leader. The forgotten man became the one who would save millions of lives. Only God could write a story like this. Years later, famine spread across the land. Joseph's brothers traveled to Egypt to buy food. They stood before Joseph, but they didn't recognize him. The young dreamer they had sold away now ruled the greatest nation in the world. Instead, he tested their hearts. When he saw that they had truly changed, he could no longer hold back his tears. Joseph revealed who he was. His brothers were terrified, but Joseph chose forgiveness over revenge. Joseph spoke words that have encouraged believers for thousands of years. "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good." What looked like betrayal was actually preparation. what looked like prison was actually training. What looked like the end was only the beginning. If you're walking through pain today, remember Joseph. God may already be preparing the miracle you cannot yet see. Sometimes the pit is the first step toward the palace, because God's plan is always greater than our pain. If this story encouraged you, subs,